Well, hello, and for the third time, the magical time, hello. Welcome to the Tao Manifesting Reading. This is the tarot reading unlike any other you will find on the internet or any other place. And the reason it is, I want to inspire you. I want you to fire up that kryptonite that every one of us has at birth, although it might take a few years to develop, but at birth we have this, and that is the ability to create pictures, movies, entire scenes in our own minds. That's profoundly important and profoundly, extremely important in terms of us being able to shape our lives. That's why I call it the kryptonite, because in a world where we're pushing artificial intelligence, stuff that people who've worked on it from the very beginning tell us, we don't know if we can trust this thing, we don't know where it's going to go, it's played games with us, it's done things to us that we didn't expect, and yet they're still pushing, they're running. It's like they want to hit the wall at 150 miles an hour. Just this mad dash to having computers control. Because the ultimate word there is control. And the people who are pushing it the hardest are soulless beings. They are not human. Oh yeah, they look human, but they're not. They have a hole in their soul. All the money in the world can't fill it. All the technology in the world can't fill it. And ultimately, we have this kryptonite that's called manifesting. And so that's why I'm here. You see on your screen right now, we're going to be focusing on something called When You Wish Upon a Star. That's the higher power that we all have, the imagination. That's what we're focusing on. That's what the key is your ability to paint pictures, images, sounds, tastes, in your own mind. Do not ever give it up to some damn machine, because you're never going to get it back. And as I said, the people who've worked on it for decades don't trust it farther than they could spit in a bucket of cement in a tornado. But they're still pushing. They can't help themselves. They're psychopaths. So what I've decided to do, as opposed to just tarot, because over 20 years I've found out, hey, you know what? It really doesn't predict that well. At least it hasn't for me. I don't know of anybody who predicts much of anything with tarot. That's not its job. Tarot is the science of potential, your potential, the frequency. Does this frequency resonate with you? If it does, how are you going to use it? Well, one way to help you use it properly is to go to the astrology and numerology. Done those for 50 years. Actually, a little over. Those things are the science of cycles. Cycles within cycles within cycles within cycles within... Well, you get the idea. And that's what makes doing good astrology or numerology, especially astrology, so very difficult. Oh, a lot of people talk like they know what the hell they're talking about, but they're just pulling shit out their ass. They don't know. They just throw things out there and hope that you catch something. Stop and think for a minute. I'm looking at your chart right from the moment you're born. By the way, we can tell what your life's going to be like right from the moment you're born. That's fate. Your issue, my issue, everybody's issue is to figure out what have we decided in some other ether that we wanted to come here and do. Not everybody can be rich, not everybody can be beautiful, not everybody can be smart, not everybody can be everything. Yet they say that crap. Oh, you be whatever you want. Bullshit. I guarantee you, you look at anybody who you see as being wealthy or famous or beautiful over an extended period of time. They had so much luck fall into their lap, you can't believe it. They were born into the right parents. They had the right kind of character. So even if one good thing happened to them, they had the character, the personality to be able to take advantage of it. Their brothers or sisters didn't have the same personality, couldn't take advantage of it. We are here individually to accomplish different things. And so it's important for you to find that niche. And that's why I use the astrology, numerology, and the tarot. Astrology, numerology, science of cycles, that sets the table for the feast. The tarot is the feast. And so we're focusing on your higher power, your ability to imagine when you wish upon a star. So, I said we use the astrology, numerology, and tarot together. Let's begin with something that I really want to focus on and begin kind of set the table for you, and that's the astrology. And today, we're not going to talk about a specific astrological configuration. I've talked about in the past how there are all of the large planets, the faraway planets, are all lined up in a very favorable way. You have Aquarius, Uranus in air signs. They'll be there for a little while. You have Neptune and Saturn in a fire sign. They'll be there for a little while. Now, when they're all together working, fire and air signs work beautifully together, but you know that if you have a fire and you give it the fire air, you get a huge blaze. That's what's happening in society right now. You can see it all over the place. There's this huge human fire that we're all living through right now. And for many, it feels more like something extremely unpleasant. For others, it's enlightening. But that's why we have it. Now, somebody who's just beginning astrology would go, oh, well, geez, you got these planets lined up. They're all favorable. You're going to have good stuff. No. All it means is that things are going to move in a certain direction. And when you got fire and air signs together, you got a huge blaze. You got a huge fire. Question is, how are you going to use that energy? Added to that, we got Jupiter now just a week or two into Cancer. So it's kind of throwing off the energy of the Saturn and Neptune in Aries, which is a bad configuration because Aries, Neptune does not go well with that energy. But at any event, you're seeing what's happening in society over the last couple of weeks. And it's going to kind of continue that way. Next year, Jupiter, because it only stays in a sign 1 year, Jupiter will move into Leo. That'll make it even crazier. Because you'll have one more planet added to the fire signs. We got the same ones in the air signs. So the next year or two, or maybe even 3, are going to be very difficult. I've seen some astrologers go, well, you know, this July is going to be the most dangerous month of the year. Yeah. If you believe that, you got to do more homework. We are on a roller coaster ride. Buckle up. And so today, with that in mind, I am taking 3 ideas from RFK that fit this time period. 1, any power that government takes from the people, it's never going to return voluntarily. You're going to have to fight for it. Number 2, every power that government takes, it will ultimately be abused to the maximum extent possible. And finally, 3rd on the list from RFK, nobody ever complied their way out of totalitarianism. The only thing you can do is resist. So you want to know what the next 1, 2, maybe 3 years are going to be like? He just laid it out. You give up the power, government ain't going to give it back. Whatever they can do with that power to hurt you, they're going to do it. And you can't go, yes, boss, and get your way out of a tough time. You got to resist. That's honest. That's true. And that's the astrology. That sets the table. Now we make a turn, and we take a look at the tarot. The science of potential. We begin with the first card, 2 of Swords. Swords are ideas, thoughts, beliefs, communication. Right now, we're in a stalemate. The truth is being blocked. Not only outside of ourselves, but within. There are a lot of people, as you well know, who just refuse to look at the facts. And that is setting us up for a horrendous situation. We are, in a manner of speaking, in kind of an American Civil War right now. No, it's not like what happened back in the 1860s, but it's tough and going to get a whole lot tougher. I would not be surprised to see parts of the United States break away, just like what's going on in Western Canada right now. They have to. Things cannot stay the same, because when you have people who refuse to even entertain any alternative reality, you're in a stalemate. And in a stalemate, it's a lot of pent-up energy, and that is not a good thing. Next card over, Seven of Wands. In fact, speaking about not being a good thing, this is talking about defiance. This is about taking the offensive. For some time now, not just in America, but the whole world has been rather passive. These morons from the World Economic Forum and other places, World Health Organization, have said, hey, you got to do this because we're telling you, you got to do this stuff, man. It's safe and effective. Well, it turns out it wasn't safe, wasn't effective, and it was a lie, one of many. In fact, it's to the point now where you got to fight against being cynical. At least I have to. Because I don't believe a thing that comes out of their mouth. I don't believe a thing that they tell us. That's taking the offensive. You're standing up for yourself. The Two of Swords says, be prepared to look at the truth, face it, eyeball to eyeball, then act on it, then decide, okay, we're going to go and step forward and we're going to defend common sense, we're going to defend liberty, we're going to defend the Constitution, whatever. Final card is the Wheel of Fortune. Remember just a little while ago I was talking about how fate kind of fits into our lives. Wheel of Fortune says it's the same kind of a thing. It's an awakening. It's seeing the big picture. We don't have to have everybody get on board. We don't have to have everybody get on board. But we have to have about 20, maybe 30% of people actually having the vision, being awakened, not woke, awakened, and seeing the big picture. Freedom, democracy, liberty. What the hell do those mean? We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Not just here in the United States, but around the entire planet. So there you go. Time and choices. Those are always the two options that we have to deal with every time. We gave you the astrology. We gave you the tarot. Set the table. Put out the meal. Now it's time for you to digest. How does this frequency fit into your life? How does it work for you? Are you tapping into your higher power? If you're not, next year or two or maybe even 3, it's going to be one hell of a roller coaster ride, so you better buckle up. That's it. We're done for this time around. Please like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. Whew. They are getting so sneaky, so rotten, changing so many things without telling anybody on the platforms that people are seeing all kinds of things messed around with their emails, messed around with their websites, messed around with anything that they do. Please like and subscribe. It's very important. I'll be here every day combining tarot and astrology, setting the table, offering you something to digest, and let's move ahead. So I'll be here tomorrow. Whenever you and I get together again to talk tarot, to manifest tarot, please. Peace and blessings.